Alright, hi everyone. We are doing an unboxing today of some really nice little plants and mosses that I have just gotten. I'm really excited about these. Some really hard to find ones, a few Aussie native ones. And yeah, here we go. I've just cut this, open it up. Very nice. Alright, so they're really well packed. Beautiful. Really cool. I've seen stuff come in like that. So Jade lotus. Actually, this is excellent. Butterfly moss, that one I'm excited about. It's one that I hadn't seen before. So that's my first Cryptomanes, I guess. Cryptomanes. Got a few other ferns, your standard sort of Thor's hammer. Bulbatus, Java's crested and stuff, and I just thought we'd try this one out before I got anything that's too different. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Native weeping moss. I used to have a really nice weeping moss a long time, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it just basically disappeared. It grew it really nice on one of those bonsai trees, and it looked beautiful, and it just slowly wasted away. So hopefully this will be the start of a new weeping moss, and a mini one as well, so that'll be exciting to see how that turns out. Boost moss, or Bucephalandra moss. Beautiful. This is great because I have some that I was sold to me as mini Christmas. This is meant to be the true mini Christmas. So hopefully we will be able to compare the two, and hopefully it's worth what I've got. And finally we have pearl moss. Beautiful. So I'm just going to get these open, and I'm putting them on rocks, and then I'll come back to you just on some lava rock, small pieces I'm going to tie them onto, and then we'll get back to you once I've opened them all up. So this is the first one, and it is the pearl moss. They're really nice sized portions. See my finger there? They're like really nice sizes. So I should also mention that these have come from Aquarzon. Adrian there I've been speaking to a bit the last week or so. I found his site, and he has been a wealth of knowledge and really great to deal with. So I chose one of the moss packages, and you basically have the options of how much you want to spend. You have a chat to Adrian about it, and he then gets you the mosses if they're available, and asks for a few extra ones out of a selection that I had that I want. So he's done really great with that. He's been really good. So that's the pearl moss. Okay, so I've tied the pearl moss. Sorry about the reflection, it's sunset here at the moment. So I have, that's the pearl moss. Should go alright. I thought I'd try a bit with stainless steel so I could make sure, just to see if the substrate will affect it at all. I've just recently cycled these tanks, and with ADA, it's for shrimp, and so I'm just seeing if that'll make any difference, if it'll grow better on the rocks or on the stainless steel, just so I can spread my chances out that it will have a lot of success with it. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, next we've got the little fern. I've been wanting to get these for such a long time, and thought while I'm getting this pack and it's available, I will jump at the chance. So like I said, it's just a little trial one, and if this goes well, there's a few other ferns around that I wouldn't mind having a go with. Sorry about the camera work, it's a bit hard with. Oh, beautiful. There. Right. Nice little stem on it, with some new growth coming out there. Really nice long roots. And a bonus little baby one as well. So we'll get them put on to a rock and go from there. Alright, next is the boost moss, landra moss, landra. I'm wanting this one for ages, so I think I might do one on a rock and one on the stainless steel mesh again. I'll split it in half, find the little bit that it's all folded into. This is a real slow growing one, a lot of red. Then, oh, beautiful. Spread out really nice. Yeah, the Crepidomenes. Probably killing that name. That's all tied on. Beautiful little fan. And the boost moss. So far the moss is really, really good condition. There's no browning. It's really, really nice. Really good quality. Alright, so time for the butterfly moss. So, a little explanation in regards to the root and rhizoids, and assume a few people have questioned what the little brown root things are. So this is a nice size portion by the looks of it. Beautiful. That's really nice. I was really only expecting a few strands of this. I think it's one of the more expensive mosses that are listed on his page. but it's really great. Okay, so I have just opened the Jade lotus moss. I have no idea about any of this one. But it's packaged very securely. So I'm going to do a bit more research on it once I've finished all the unpacking of all of this. But it's once again beautiful and green and ready to get in the tanks. So I've just unpacked it from the little container there. This is beautiful. Put that on a rock. Do a couple of rocks with this one. Just tie them really carefully, but they're yeah, branching like that. It's quite interesting growth on it. So I've just opened the native weeping, mini weeping. That's really, really pretty little moss. I really hope it takes. I'll show you all the mosses tied up at the end, but the Jade lotus I just put in the tank is probably the nicest moss I've ever seen. It's absolutely beautiful. So fingers crossed it really takes in my setup. Yeah, but I'll get this one tied up, and it's just a little free sample that was put in. It's really pretty. And the last one for tonight is the mini Christmas. That's really cool. So it looks like they're all, what are they, metaphors? No, I can't remember exactly. These little seedy things. Takes me back to my biology days. I cannot remember the name of them though. Gamma farts. No, I'm just guessing now. Anyway, I'm going to get these ones tied up, and this is the last one for tonight. And then we will have a look around at everything in the tanks. Okay, so we're all done. I'm really, really impressed with the little collection that I got today. It is really, really nice. Can't thank Adrian enough for this. So, first up, we have the mini Christmas. Get a nice focus on it. So like I was saying before, the portions are really, really nice. Next we've got the butterfly moss. So I have tied them on fairly lightly with all of it, and softly as well, so hopefully I haven't knocked it around too much, and we'll get some really nice growth out of them all. Next one we've got is the native weeping. Let's hope that one's alright. So that was just a free little sample, so really hoping that goes, because I really love my weeping mosses and those sorts. Now I think this might be my favourite one. That one there, that's a flame moss. Just been tying a bit up. It's been there for about 4 or 5 days tied up now. But anyway, back to the jade moss. So the jade lotus moss, it's beautiful. It's really unusual. It's a thick sort of moss, not different to your Christmas mosses and flame mosses and that genus. Then we've got the pearl moss. Focus on that. So that is a really pretty little moss as well. It's a real fine leaf. Almost like a really fine leaf Cameroon moss. We've got our little ferns. I'm really hoping these take off because there's a few little ferns around that I'd like to try and grow. And then, next to the boost, we've got the landra moss, which is actually really nice little moss as well. It's really fine, beautiful little moss. So that's it for today. Bit of a mess in my shrimp tank rack at the moment. So I have just put a few of the labels that came with the bags. My labeller's run out of label tape, so we will get them set up properly. Yeah, thanks everyone. We will see you all soon.